Welcome back to another DaVinci 2 video, guys. Now in today's video I will be showcasing my improved SMG crit build. Now I say improved because I was missing some key components last time, which I've finally been able to acquire. So now the puzzle has finally pretty much come together. This build pretty much slices and dices through armor like a Ginzu knife. If you're a child of the 80s, you will certainly understand the reference. So let's start from the top. We are sitting at 703,000 armor with 274,000 health. Our specialization is the Survivalist. I'll explain exactly why in just a little bit. For our main weapons, we are running an assault rifle and an SMG. This build is quite versatile in the fact that it can incorporate both weapons. Our assault rifle that we are using is the named Shield Splinter for the Perfect Talent Optimist. Weapon damage is increased by plus 4% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. This is one of my favorite weapon talents because it doesn't really require much on your part except to actually fire the weapon. Our SMG is the AUG, 134,000 total damage, 725 RPM with 45 round mag, plus 15% SMG damage, plus 21% critical hit chance, plus 8% damage to targets out of cover, and the talent strain. Gain plus 10% critical hit damage for every 0.5 seconds you are firing, and stack up to 5 times. Again, another raw damage talent that doesn't require any effort on your part as well except to fire the weapon. And keeping in mind that we are stacking up, or our goal here is to stack up as much crit as possible. That's crit chance and crit damage. For our sidearm, we have the backup boomstick. Nothing special. It doesn't really come into play in this build. It does have the talent preservation. Killing an enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. Headshot kills improved are repaired by an additional 10%. Okay, so let's get into the individual pieces. We are using the exotic Coyote's mask because, again, incorporating crit chance, crit damage, it's also a great talent to use not only if you're a solo player but also if you're in a group, because as you're well aware of, this also applies to your group members. So I'll just quickly remind you of the talent. Pack Instincts. You and all allies gain a bonus based on the distance of the last enemy you hit. 0 to 15 meters plus 25% critical hit damage, 15 to 25 plus 10% critical hit damage and plus 10% critical hit chance, and 25 meters plus 25% critical hit chance. As far as the attributes, it's all red across the board. For our chest piece, we are running a Sokolov Concern chest, all reds across the board again, with the talent Unbreakable. I choose to run Unbreakable because we are running such low armor, and that just simply provides me with a little bit more survivability. But of course, you are free to choose whatever talent you choose, or you prefer, I should say. I'm not sure why my arm is missing there, but I'm pretty sure I have 2 arms. For our holster, we are running a second piece of Sokolov for the second piece bonus of plus 15% critical hit damage. Once again, red across the board. Now, if you are strictly an AR guy, then all you would have to do in this case is swap out the Sokolov chest for a Fenris chest, which now you would say to yourself, well, now I'm losing the second piece bonus of 15% critical hit damage. So you would just have to swap out the backpack for a Grupo Sabra, and you will get back that 15% crit damage, and you're pretty much back to where you started. For our knee pads, Very key component to this build, we are running the Overlord Fox's Prayer knee pads, primarily for the 15% damage to targets out of cover. Keeping in mind, we are stacking as much damage to targets out of cover as possible. We have it on the shield splinter, we have it on the AUG, now we have it on the knee pads. Our gloves, again, another key component to this build, we are running the Petrov named Contractor's gloves for the 11% damage to armor. I rolled plus 50% weapon damage and it came with 10.1% critical hit damage. And finally, our backpack. And the talent that you want to be running on the backpack is Companion. Now, Companion, again, is one of those talents, much like the Mask, which is great for solo, but it also incorporates your group members as well. So you are providing the 15% weapon damage by simply being close to them, within 5 meters, or a skill. Which brings me to why we are using the Survivalist. The Survivalist provides you with the Seeker, the Mander Seeker Mine, which follows you wherever you go. It's always within 5 meters of you, which means that you are always proccing Companion. We are not too concerned about the healing that it is providing because, as you can see, this is not a skill build, so it's not really healing you nearly enough. We are simply using this to have Companion procced as long as possible. So that is the reason why we are running Survivalist. You can't always be within 5 meters of your group mates, but with the Seeker Mine, it allows you to constantly have Companion procced. So that leads into our skills, which I've already discussed about the Seeker Mine. Our secondary Seeker Mine, our secondary skill, I should say, I am using the Stinger Hive. Now you are free to choose whichever one of your choice as well. You can run, the Reviver Hive. You could run whatever you prefer. I like to use the Stinger Hive just to be able to do a little bit more damage by applying the bleed status to the enemy, so on and so forth. If we take a look at the stats now, for the AR, we are doing 91.2 thousand weapon damage, 50,000 PvP damage, 28.6% critical hit chance, and 127.3% critical hit damage. If we switch over to the AUG, we are at 134.3 thousand weapon damage, 59,000 PvP damage, 54.6% crit chance. Again, we can easily cap that by changing the sight mod on the AUG, and 132.3% critical hit damage. 85.9% all weapon damage bonus with 40% submachine gun damage bonus. And that's pretty much the build, guys. Now I don't have footage like I usually do. I did incorporate some footage on my previous on the previous build, but I want you guys to go out there. If you have the pieces in your inventory, put it together and give it a try. You will like it. You will shred through armor, and it is a great and fun PvE build as well. I use it for heroic missions, and it definitely will keep you alive in PvP as well, because you are going to be shredding through armor and health, like I've mentioned already. So, with that being said, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to stay up to date with content, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.